Hello viewers, welcome to another session of Vedic Astrology Demystified by Dolly Mangal. We have been doing a series on Mahadashas and Antardashas, and we've already covered the Sun and Moon. And now we are moving ahead to the other important planets. The next planet that we're going to discuss is Mercury, and what are the effects of the Mercury Mahadasha.
Do you remember when we had spoken about Mercury? What had I defined Mercury as?
Mercury is something, it's about communication,
Yes.
and it's a neutral planet with malefic as well as benefic properties. This is what I can understand.
Okay. I want you and my viewers to understand Mercury is a planet which is of mercurial temperament.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can be very good, it can be very bad. Now how can it be very good and very bad? Before your actions, before even Gita has told us that how is our karmas made of? First we sow a seed in our mind, the thought.
Right.
Then we put it in words. Then it comes into action.
Correct.
The words, Mercury.
Okay.
Communication.
Communication. Yeah.
How you communicate your thought into actions. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're in that hour clock, like I had explained last time, you're in a Mercury period. You will either communicate a lot or you will not.
Oh.
You will withdraw.
These
These are the two things that are going to happen. Now, either you will suddenly find yourself that you are communicating to everybody without any hassles, without any inhibitions, without feeling hesitant.
Right.
And suddenly after you've communicated and you've spoken a lot, when you go back to your own space, you will realize that there were certain words that were not needed to be spoken.
Okay.
But you've spoken them.
Okay.
So what happens in the bargain, either the good results are going to be reaped or there are going to be bad results.
Okay.
Good results would be if you've spoken and your thoughts and your actions have coordinated and you have been able to speak in a nice manner, putting the things across. The other is that you've spoken because you've been angry and because you wanted certain things to be driven home and you wanted the other person to know. So results are obviously going to be in balance with how you've spoken, what you've spoken and why you've spoken.
Right.
So when the Mercury is going on, I always tell people, please maintain a diary.
Okay.
When you're maintaining a diary, before you speak, think before you speak.
Okay.
But when you think before you speak, I have seen some people will keep thinking only.
Okay.
I have to speak and translating the opportunities are lost.
Right.
Okay, some people will speak without thinking, so the opportunities are again, they're self-destroyers. Some people, they probably would think and speak at the same time. Now, if you're mentally prepared in your space that this is what I need to do, this is how I need to do, and these are the people I need to contact to get my things done.
Okay.
Now, this is where I'm talking about professionally. Then you will see that, okay, there are the personal. Now, all that professional and personal is demarcated by the sub-period of those planets joining the Mercury.
Okay.
So now you've understood that the major planet, when you're in a major hour of Mercury and you're affected by a major planet, which can last again from 10 to 20 years, you will see that it is co-joining hands with the smaller planets. Depending upon the smaller planets, let's say for example, the Mercury has joined hand with Venus,
Okay.
or Moon,
Okay.
or even Sun for that example, or probably okay, let me take it one by one. Mercury with Moon or Venus. That means that is the time where your personal life is affected. How you relate with your partner, how you relate with your children, how you relate with relations in general, which are close to you and which matter to you in life, is what will help with the bonding.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the way I had explained communication skills, either you will be speaking a lot or you will not be speaking. Either which is bad for the relations.
Right.
So you have to understand that if you need to convey certain things to your loved ones, you should be doing it in a calm, firm manner. not in an aggressive manner.
Okay.
Even if you're calm, but you're aggressive in your words, will not have that effect.
Okay.
If you're calm and you're firm, will have a very good effect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes during the period of Mercury Venus and Mercury Moon combination, there are chances you may not speak, and you may say that why you'll ignore certain issues and you don't want to address those issues. You go into your shell.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it is bad for
Yes.
relationships.
Big
Because
time.
until and unless you speak your mind and heart out, the relationship is not a relationship. Then you're coexisting. You're not living, you're not really enjoying, you're not being happy.
Correct.
Here I'll give you an example. There are times when I get people who come and tell me that their relation is not being fruitful, they're not feeling complete.
Right.
Having seen the chart, I will realize that Mercury has joined with Venus, but they are not feeling complete because the communication lines are completely missing. For example, the other day I had this lady who had come to me. I mean, she had married late because some of the astrologers had told her that if she marries late, she can safeguard her marriage. Otherwise, there are two marriages. No, sorry, there is only one marriage. But the later she marries, the better it is.
Okay.
Now, she took things so seriously that she actually married at the age of 44.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if she had come to me, let's say, or if she had come to contemporaries the way we have done the research, our advice at that time, let's say when she was around 25, 26 when she started, her parents and she had started, our advice to her would have been that look at your Venus, though it is a major period going on and there are chances for you to get married, but please marry with an open eye because you have to look into your negatives. You're very critical, you're a perfectionist, and you are wanting things to be completely the way you want, least being compassionate about what the other person wants.
Mm-hmm.
So whomsoever you marry, X, Y, Z, at whatever age, it's bound to end in a disaster because of these negatives of yours.
Okay.
Because every planet also that bestows has a positive and negative.
Right.
You are wanting the world to be perfect in front of you when you are stepping into matrimony.
Okay.
So the astrologers to whom you went were clever enough to tell you that at the age of 44, if you marry late, probably by that time you would have earned your own money and would have created your own world.
Right.
Least realizing that you've been waiting all this while for that perfect match who will give you the perfect world.
Correct.
It never happens.
Mm-hmm.
So now what happens is, now when she came to me under the Mahadasa or the major period of Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me that she got married last year and then how things haven't been the same for her and she's contemplating a divorce.
Okay.
Should she divorce?
Right.
That was her question. My first answer to her was that please look into your negatives because it is a Mercury period which is indicating that your communication skills are either very zilched or they are so aggressive that you're creating problems to yourself in all your relationships.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So please go and address your communication skills, or you must be true to yourself. Whether she said you're so right, I'm very aggressive and I'm very upfront and I'm completely strong enough to call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Now the Venus was going at this particular moment in the chart. The Venus was in again combination with Jupiter.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I knew that Jupiter means abundance, that means there are chances that if she rectifies her negative habits and she actually becomes more compassionate and uses intelligence to survive this relationship, not survive, to sustain this relationship of hers, the things can be much better.
Okay.
Okay. Or if she intelligently or with her mind thinks that this relationship is over, then she should take the decision now and not keep things hanging in a limbo.
Mm.
So she asked me that, are there two marriages in my chart?
Mm-hmm.
My answer to her was that looking at your chart, two marriages is an option.
Okay.
It's not a compulsion.
Okay.
So you are not going to be basing or breaking this marriage or working on this marriage just because you think there is another marriage in store.
Okay.
That marriage will also going to be worse until and unless you improve your communication skills, because you are undergoing a Mahadasa of Mercury, which means you can either make relationships or break relationships.
Okay.
Whether they are the existing ones or whether they are the future.
Okay.
So please deal with the present circumstances. Please deal with the minutes. Use your mind. Use your heart. What do you want? And obviously her frank answer was that I want to sustain this relationship of mine. I want to work on this marriage of mine. And I want this marriage to work.
Right. Right. Correct.
So see, her intelligence spoke that.
Exactly.
I said, if you want the marriage to work, then it is important for you to do introspection and see where your communications are going wrong. She says, yeah, we have no communications between both of us. I said, so build the communication lines.
And it could also be, I mean, if we were to look at our partners.
I looked into a partner's
Okay,
chart.
you did.
Now her partner was undergoing a Mahadasa of moon,
Okay.
which means that he is also wanting. Amod, come to think of it, when we all get married, 100%, we get married for keeps.
Okay.
We really don't want it to break. That is
Correct.
why it is so painful.
Exactly.
It's not a child's play that today I want to play, tomorrow I don't want to play.
Correct.
Right. Now, her husband had a commitment phobia.
Okay, because
He was undergoing emotional
Moon.
period.
Okay.
Now, her husband, at a woman who's getting married at the age of 44, is more insecure about the assets he's built up in life. So for him, in his mind, now see, through the chart I came to know that he's wanting something else from her, and then when on questioning her, she tells me, yes, my husband was interested in me signing a contract prenuptial.
Okay.
That is coming to play.
Right.
Because he's a little worried that since I've married him at this age, chances are tomorrow maybe I've married him only for money.
Correct.
I said, let's be honest. Have you married him for love or for money? I said, you've married him for your security.
Correct.
Love and money is going to come later on.
Correct.
Now security only comes with money, so he's actually not wrong. Right?
Correct.
So she says, yeah, the way you put it, I also feel, Kathy, but I felt very betrayed and I felt very emotional about this thing, that why is he asking me 9 days before, why did he ask me 9 days before my wedding that prenuptial has to be done?
Right.
I said that again it comes to the communication. I said, did you have a heart-to-heart talk with him even after getting married? She says, no, I always felt it was a sensitive subject. So she withdrew.
Correct. You're in the shell.
I said, now for the next 5 years, Mercury Mahadasa is ruling on your chart, which says that if you actually speak your mind out with him, have a nice adult talk, things can be sorted out.
Okay. Okay.
And you, since Jupiter is co-joining the hands, please utilize this time and don't delay it further, because after December, that means 6 months down the line, after Jupiter, Rahu is entering your chart.
Oh, okay.
So when Rahu is entering your chart, it actually says that if you do not sort these things out now, you will not be able to sort them out after 6 months. Things will go bad to worse.
Oh, okay.
So you have a period now.
Right.
But if you open up the communication lines, things are that what you feel is a big mountain actually may be a little more.
Okay.
So things can be sorted out.
Right.
Again, the choice is yours.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of Mercury, since it's the fastest moving planet,
Yeah.
It also retrogrades very frequently.
Yeah.
Do these retrogrades have an effect during the Mahadasha?
Oh yes, certainly.
Okay.
Like when the Mercury is moving forward,
Mhm.
your communication skills will be easier to follow.
Okay.
You'll be able to easily communicate your thoughts to people.
Okay.
When the Mercury is retrograde, that means chances are you may not be able to follow through your own words.
Okay.
You won't be convinced of the words that you want to speak.
Okay.
So when we say that the Mercury is retrograde, don't go and address issues now, because the things may backfire because of your inability to put them in the correct form.
Okay. Okay.
So wait for a couple of days or wait for a month, only then go and address the issues, because whatever you say will have a smooth follow-up.
Okay. Otherwise, there could be misunderstandings.
They could be misunderstood.
Oh, okay. And then since it's always moving up and down, how it can be balanced, like?
I would say through the power of the stones.
Okay.
Like the stones are again, they are stones. When you're wearing the stones on your body,
Mhm.
they tend to balance the elements in your body.
Okay.
Your energies which are depleted are uplifted.
Mhm.
So even when the Mercury is retrograde, if you're, let's say, wearing a green tourmaline or a green jade, they help you into your communication skills. Citron topaz, the yellow one,
Right.
it helps you in your communication skills. So when you're talking, you're more confident of what you're talking.
Okay.
So retrograde or not retrograde, because retrograde depletes the energies, the stones inflate the energies.
Okay.
So you are able to complete your work in time, you are able to do things in time. After all, in life we cannot wait for 1 month sometimes to address
Exactly.
issues.
Exactly.
So it's important, it's like when your energies are drained, you take a vitamin tablet, you boost yourself up.
Okay.
Your energies are drained, you go for a nice run, your adrenaline rush is higher, so you're able to go and do things. But if your energies are depleted, you don't go for your medicine, you don't go for your exercise, you don't have a proper diet, then you're finished,
Okay.
right?
Right. Right.
So that's how it is.
Okay. And my wife is undergoing the Mercury Mahadasha
Okay.
with the Saturn Antarasha. Okay.
Interesting.
So how is that period?
Now
like?
Mercury is communication skills.
Mhm.
Depending upon your husband, your wife's zodiac sign.
Mhm.
Her zodiac sign is,
Just Libra.
let's say she's Libra,
Ah.
which means that she tends to speak without thinking at times.
Sorry, her moon sign is Libra.
Her moon sign is, her
And,
zodiac sun sign
is Cancer.
is Cancer. That means she's a person who's very protective about her family.
Okay.
That is the sun sign, and she means it.
Okay.
Right, she's very protective. So because her being protective, chances are she may become overprotective.
Okay.
And the moon sign is in Libra and undergoing a Mercury period. That means she gets into the controlling tendencies of what is right for a person and what is wrong for a person.
Okay.
So she'll be talking her eagerness to protect her family,
Okay.
and that talking
Mhm.
can actually backfire because nobody likes to be controlled,
Okay.
whether they are family members or loved members or whatever.
Mhm.
Right. Now Saturn is co-joined hands. Now Saturn, basically here I want to tell my people, sub period tells us how to deal with that particular major period.
Mhm.
Now the Saturn is actually an indicator. If I were to meet your wife, I would probably tell her what you're thinking and doing is right.
Okay.
But you need to discipline your energies and also be compassionate when you are talking.
Okay.
Be calm, because when we are in a hurry, we cannot justify our words. Projection comes across as if I'm trying to control you,
Right.
and I want you to do what I want you to do.
Right.
This is what I think is right, and I am the only one who's intelligent to know this. You're bloody having no brains. That's a projection the other person gets.
Okay.
But when you're calm and you try to explain situations, that why is it that I'm wanting you to do, and again, Saturn teaches introspection. Are you doing what you want others to do?
Correct.
If you're doing that, fine.
Okay.
So that's how